made most of our money, yeah? So it was Facebook advertising, dark posts, some people call it. I call it Facebook advertising, call it what you want. So I'll go into a bit more detail when I drum into the actual topic. But yeah, so I would say, I mean, it's still generating money. We still generate thousands using Facebook advertising to actually directly advertise sometimes blogs with content. Yeah, Instagram is big too, you're right. Instagram, it's only been rolled out to big brands, seen it heaps here. Yeah, I've just started to see Instagram advertising now, so haven't seen much of it recently. Sorry, before that, but literally in the last couple of days I've seen a few ads. I still don't get much of Pinterest. Play around with it, buddy. In the basics, they're going to share that on social as well, and so social is word of mouth on steroids, and word of mouth is the best form of advertising you can use. So basically it's about relationships. Yeah, relationships, innovation, focus as well. We're going to cover a few topics probably in the next 30 minutes or so. My business started in 2011, now 2015, something. And most of this has been because we have a core base of raving fans that talk about us regularly. Getting really thirsty right now. Always top up your water. So £15 for Google advertising, brought it down to about £7 to £8. Right now, for a conversion, we pay about part of the brain. What taps into it is beliefs and behaviors. Have a look at this. Something we wrote recently. So this is some of our beliefs. We believe in prevention before cure. We believe health is our birthright. We believe oxygen is our fuel. Everybody else, you will go out of business eventually. So it's going to be people undercutting you. Now the key, what I'm saying here is, first of all, you deliver more than you promised, and the second one is talk about your beliefs regularly. So if you're talking about your beliefs, you appeal to the limbic part of the brain. It's just a recap. And the limbic part of the brain drives human behavior, decision making, and it connects with belief and feeling. So beliefs and feelings. So let me know if you're getting this, guys. I need some feedback from you guys. Make sure you holler at me and let me know you're still awake. So here's an example that I was going to give you earlier. We sell supplements, they're GMP certified, they have sleek packaging and they fit through your letterbox, you should buy them. Or, we believe in prevention before cure, we believe vitality is a way of life, and then we sell supplements, GMP certified, and all the facts about the business and the company, right? Hey to all the new people jumping in. London lady, how's it going? The most important factor for me behind, I swear I recognise, I know as well while meerkatting and streaming, otherwise it's in my dishwater and dishes are done. Would not like to land in your dishwater, it could be dirty. Thanks for not putting me in there, Dinah. Though I could do with it. Lisa said, thanks for marketing me for a second. I'm going to market you for another second now. Blonde Bomb 09, make sure you hit the follow button. She's going to be streaming a bachelorette party. It's going to be messy. Make sure you check her out. Drink more water when on Meerkat. I have to get back to running. Fit test July the 6th, 2 days before my birthday when I turn 31. Lisa, I have to get back to running. Yeah, absolutely, man. Running's awesome. I love running. I don't run often, probably about once every 2 weeks or so. But I play football once a week and I hit the weights more often. So that's more my thing. Itchy back, sorry guys. There's nothing dodgy going on. So, oh, fit test, that's interesting. Gonna be messy. Hashtag gonna be messy. Check her out. Sorry, my bad. I used to go running with one of my neighbour. So anyone that's new jumping in, feel free to jump in with your business questions or raving fan questions, or just jump in and say hello. Kind of moving around with the topic, but happy to take your business related questions. And the topic for today is raving fans. beliefs, raving fans, tactics to get your raving fans in, and how it can change your business. I see a fist bump up there. That's awesome. Amanda's giving a fist bump. Super cool. Well done. And hey to Matt Baxter, Cindy, John Smith, Fashion. Thanks for joining the stream. Amanda, we've given you enough of a shout out. Amy, is that Amy? Media consultant, film producer, MBA student. Thanks for joining. Erica, T. Kahan, Jonathan. So, so you can have an affiliate scheme where anybody and everybody can be an affiliate as long as they represent your brand and they get a proportion of the sales, maybe. But we're using influencers or gatekeepers, like Marty said, influence marketing. Yeah, maybe it's called influence marketing. I'm not sure the terminology, but yeah, we're using influencers. And what we're going to be doing for them is we're going to be giving them free products for their personal monthly use. I'm reading this. They're going to get a personalised discount code, which is going to be exclusively for their followers. So this is something that's going to be named after them, which gives them a sense of importance as well. So, for example, if I was to give Marty, if Marty was an athlete, which he is, of course, if Marty was a javelin thrower, I'd say to him, you've got 70,000 followers on Twitter, pre-qualify them, and because of that, for all of your followers, I want to give you don't need a crap load of money to start your business. You need to be resourceful with what you have, and that's what I want to drum home to you guys. And hey to all the new people jumping in the stream, we're talking about business today. That's the topic. We're talking about raving fans, so we got talking at a tangent on the business topic as well, about affiliations. So Joseph says, I once answered the question, why are we here? I say to metabolize oxygen. Why not? And to be honest, we don't metabolize oxygen very well. Most of us are using about a third of our lung capacity. So deep breathing is another area that I really believe in. I believe that if more of us deep breathed daily, and actually took the time to use the full capacity of breathing and full capacity of our lungs, we will reduce the number of ailments and issues that we have in our day-to-day lives. Ambassadors is a great term. A laugh. And I'll make it. Thanks for the retweet. Bjorn says, nice beard. I'm going for the Marty look. Sparta style. He inspired me to work on my beard game. So thanks for the spot, Bjorn. And nice to have you in the stream. That's great info. I have to spend more time on your streams. Yes, you do. Linda Martin, thanks for the like. I am going to cut this stream probably in the next 20 minutes. I don't want to get in the habit of streaming for too long. So that's something I have done. I want to try and keep the streams more information packed and a bit less time, more condensed. Linda, thank you for the like. NL Meerkat, thanks for the like. And I think you retweeted earlier before anyway, so thank you for that. Would love it if you said hi. So guys, so that's the beep is full of careful. So yeah, that was the beliefs part. Talk about your beliefs, appeal to the limbic part of the brain. Thanks for all the likes and retweets, guys. Please keep those coming in so we can share this quality content with more people, and we can oust out the people that are not providing great content. I'll just leave it there. So, and if you do like the content, thank you for sharing. So this is the key, guys. That's the caption for point 2. First was deliver more than you promise. When people make that sale, give them more than they're expecting. So we do that. We give content. We give leaflets with quality facts and information on. We follow up with blog posts, education. We do all of this when they're not expecting it. And guess what? They come back for more. And I'm going to talk about best buyers as well. Best buyers is a massive belief of mine. I really believe in best buyer. Thanks for retweet, Linda. Diana, are you ousting me? Definitely not ousting you. You're a superstar. You are Meerkat's best commentator. and I want you to stream just once. I think we should all, if you all want Diwoo or Diana to stream just once, I'm not sure if you have, but I haven't seen you stream yet, then I would love you to stream once, so all of us that you provide amazing value to, and general concern, you seem to have very motherly nature, we'd all love to just see you stream once, just to introduce yourself. Everybody will jump in the stream. But anyway, so when people believe what you believe, they will literally bend over backwards and die for you, so your company as well. So that's something really key to note there. So beliefs. Pull your beliefs out there and throw your beliefs out there. Let your company be known for their beliefs. Zappos. Remember Zappos? I don't know how to pronounce the name. Zappos, American company. Their core beliefs, one of the things that they stand for is wow factor for their customer service, right? And that created their business. That was who they stood for. So we have our beliefs at the forefront of a lot of our communication, should be at the forefront of all of your communication as well, because that is how you create raving fans, if they can tap into your beliefs. Zappos. Zappos. Yeah, I hear the Americans say it, so I'm never sure how to pronounce it. But I'd agree, jump in. Stream now, jump in. Dan says, beyond someday when I'm brave. Awesome. Cultivate bravery. Cultivate it. So, awesome, Dan. Look forward to that. Thank you. So, I talked about the different terminology. So, we believe in prevention before cure. We believe in vitality is a way of life. Versus, we sell supplements, they're GMP certified, have slim packaging, right? Two very different forms of communication. One talks about why, one talks about what and how. What I'm suggesting to you guys is start with why, then talk about what and how. Okay? A lot of other, Simon Sinek says it. Definitely believe in it, and it's been something that we really do as well. So the next key important part to creating raving fans is to innovate. Now this is obviously going to sound very simplistic. We can all innovate, but the key is to know what is going to make your customers happy, not now. Most of us focus on the now, but tomorrow. So what is going to make your customers happy tomorrow? So most people know Apple. Apple's just an easy example to use. And if you are just jumping in the stream, please do contribute and let us know if you do have a business. Give you a shout out and also tailor the content to you guys as well. So that's what Apple do brilliantly as well. They actually focus on the tomorrow. That's why they are so ahead of the game, and they're one of the biggest companies in the world, because they're always constantly spending a budget on innovation. That's something that we do as well. So we sent out an email with email questionnaires. So I have really good open rates. I've showed people before on my MailChimp page, around 30% open rates. So it's been up to 40 as well, but it's always between 20 and 40 are open rates, which is a pretty good open rate for email, right? Tips on clean nails, eyebrow, awesome. I'm doing innovation, producing some of my productizing, okay, I think that's the term, some of my services. That's incredible, that's really cool as well, maybe in form of ebooks and stuff. That sounds awesome, Bjorn. So that's part of it, guys. So innovation. So what do your customers actually want for tomorrow? And I wrote down this quote here. Your business must continuously evolve effectively to meet your customers' needs in unique and powerful ways. Or you face the certainty that someone else will rise to that challenge. So how will you evolve? Ask your customers what is the biggest challenge they are facing. So when you reach out to your customers, ask your customers what are the biggest challenges they're facing. What are the health challenges that they want to learn more about from my point of view, right? How would you like to see us adapt? How can we meet your needs better? Our blog was actually created by customer demand, right? Crazy. This was a couple years back. We didn't have a blog, and we're so focused on selling the product. And then we sent out a questionnaire. We sent out a questionnaire to all of our customer base. We had about a 30% open rate again, and quite a good completion rate of that. I think it was about 10 to 15%. And So I've written down a couple of things that came about from asking our customers what they want. This sounds really simple, but most people aren't doing this. So in terms of innovation, allow your customers to help drive your innovation as well. So know what your customers want tomorrow, not just today, because most of us focus on the today. Got it? Good. So our blog was created by customer demand. What else? And our nutritionist endorsements were created by customers' demand as well. We reached out to them, we spoke to them, we asked them about improvements, we asked them about how we can add value to them more. And the key is talking about them quite a bit, yeah? Because it's very easy to say, how can we improve? We just want to be the best company in the world, right? But the focus should be also on how we can better serve you. And if we can better serve you, in what way and what manner. So we sent out those questionnaires. You can do forms as well. You can invite, there's SurveyMonkey, there's Google Forms. There's loads of different ways of doing it. And it's just a very effective way of evolving your business, because things you are spending money on tend to be from a business point of view focused on transactions as opposed to relationships. Transactions are going to bring a bit of cash in, which is important too, but if you focus on relationships, you're going to create your core of customers that ain't ever going to leave your company, and they're going to die for your company, and they're going to spread the word about your company. They're going to be talking about you guys forever because you're so focused on the beliefs. So Bjorn says monthly fee instead of just hours. That's the productizing you're talking about. Okay, that sounds cool. It's a good method. Marty says, I just did a great free course on Open to Study for creativity and innovation. Check it out. Growing together. Okay, I'll look at the tweet afterwards, and I'll make sure I check that out. Thanks, Marty. Marty says, how did you do your schedule photos? My schedule photos for Meerkat, mine are rubbish. I'm getting better at them now. So I'm using an app called Canva, which was recommended by Melia. You know, Melia News. That's her brand now. So that is a really cool way of doing it. If you use Photoshop, I can send you a template, which I was sent by some Meerkat guys. But I use an app called Canva, which is really good. But even though you have your dimensions, you've got to factor in, if you have a longer title, the bottom's going to take up your picture, which is important to note. It's alright, guys. So, knowing what your customers will be happy with tomorrow, yeah? So, knowing what is going to make them happy tomorrow, knowing how you can innovate by using your customers. Send out email questionnaires, gauge their thoughts, talk to them, find out what makes them tick, and find out how you can actually improve in many ways. Canva. Let's type in Canva. It's a desktop application, and that's the one I use. I think it's pretty good, and a lot of it on there is free. You can do paid stuff as well. Swedish Web says Meerkat branding is important. Bought the .com domain today. What, meerkat.com? Or your Swedish Web Meerkat? Maybe that's what you meant. It's very interesting. It's really cool. I like that you guys are taking Meerkat very seriously, because it is very serious. It's and it's getting, you know, it's starting to grow. We're seeing more people on here, and there are business opportunities being created from here. There's communities being created from here. I'm seeing the direct effects of it, and it's actually helping me drive my consulting side, which I've started to do more as well. SwedishWebTV.com. Okay, cool. Got it. Good move, man. Fast mover. So yeah, just to recap, our blog was created by customer demand. Our nutritionist endorsements were created by customers asking for it. So when was the last time you asked your customers how you can better serve them? The answer is no. And I ain't happy with you. And you need to think about that. Have a real think about how you can innovate with your customers in mind, and innovate by asking your customers how we can innovate as well. So those of you who are just joining the stream, I have a vitamins and supplements business. We've been going for about 4 years now. Had a lot of success in that business, especially in the last year. And we recently won an award, which was awesome. That was about a week or two ago. So happy to take your business related questions. We're talking about creating raving fans. It's about 3/4 of the way through now. We're going to talk about the last topic on this, which is focusing on your existing best buyers. So you'll already have fans, or maybe not raving fans, but they're certainly best buyers. So in what ways are you finding out who your best buyers are? Is there a customer that comes back every once in a year? Now, once in a year might not seem like a best buyer, but I just want to say hello to Vince Brown. So I've seen you jump in a few times before. Just want to say hi, and El Garnero. Thanks for joining the stream. So guys, focusing on your existing best buyers. What are you doing for them? So you can have best buyers, and you can also have best neighborhoods. So what we do for our best buyers, we send them something on their birthday. We send them Christmas time. We write handwritten letters, print them off on Vistaprint. We actually physically write their cards, the Christmas cards, and we post them out to 100 best buyers. We occasionally surprise them with a free product. So if they generally buy a multi-vet product every 3 months, then what we're going to do, as the 3 months approaching, if they haven't purchased yet, we're going to do a random. So this goes back to delivering more than you promise. Anyone can be bought from, right? And you can deliver well if you are bought from, but what are you going to do above and beyond? So what we're going to do is we're going to surprise them, naturally surprise them, give them something spontaneously. Yes, we're going to do the birthday thing. Yes, we're going to do the Christmas thing, but we're also going to do spontaneity as well, because spontaneity just blows things out of the water. It'll get them raving about you. They'll go on social media and they'll talk about you, and basically they're like as was said before, right? As was said before by people like Gary Vee, social media is word of mouth on steroids. I'm huge on word of mouth, big believer in it. That's why we do these little spontaneous things, not just to add value to our customers. Obviously we want to help them out, we care about them, we love them, we want them to come back for more, because we know they're going to talk about it. Guess what this company sent me for free? They know I buy every 3 months. People are going to go nuts. How many companies have done that to you lately? How many companies have done that for you? Product-based companies. Even service-based companies can do this to an extent, in a different way, in a manner. You just have to work out how you do it and how you add value in that sense. You have to be a bit more innovative. We send little toys sometimes. We send little key rings. We follow them on Twitter avidly. I have a database of my customers, so I know some of them aren't on Twitter yet, but I know when they sign up for Twitter. Have you done that? So you can do that on Twitter as well. You can add your database of emails, and it will tell you if they're not on Twitter yet, they're not currently on Twitter, it will tell you when they are on there. So if you send out an invite to add them to Twitter and your followers, some of ours are, over the last couple of years, when they come on, it says this person is now on Twitter. Your friend is now on Twitter. The person that you uploaded from your Excel database is now on Twitter. Then when that happens, we get notified of it. Bang, we jump in. Thank you so much for following us. Here's a free discount code for you. We really appreciate you joining us. Maybe even send them something free. The first few tweets, we're watching them intently, and we make sure we know exactly what they're saying and what they're talking about, and we're going to welcome them to their new social media platform. Some people are still coming onto Twitter, yeah? There's a lot of people that aren't on it yet, that's still just jumping on. And over the last couple of years of doing this, we see them when they come on, and we tap into it, and we're there to greet them, to hug them, and be like, welcome, we're your first friends. And people remember that as well. I've received a couple of, missed some comments. Handwritten is king, absolutely, Bjorn. Nothing beats handwritten. Do your Vistaprint cards by all means, but then receive them, handwrite them. My handwriting is rubbish, so I've got the lady to do it for me. So the madam did it for me. Mrs. Fortis. Listening intently. Thanks a lot, Vince Brown. Appreciate that. I just saw you coming in a few times, so I just thought I'd say hi. It's always nice if there are new streamers in here that I haven't spoken to. Please do feel free to say hi, so I know who you are and I can engage with you guys a bit more. Bjorn says I've received a couple of such notes from Buffer. Amazing, man. That's incredible. James says I found so many delicious juice recipes. Awesome, James, as well. Just type in VALE and then juice, and you'll see loads of awesome juicing methods, recipes, and all sorts. Vince Brown says Gary Vaynerchuk is I'm guessing he's saying the man, because I can't see the rest of the comment. Absolutely. Bjorn says, guess what my social media tool I recommend to clients? I'm not sure, buddy. Social media tool? Deep, I have to go. Hugs. Diana, big hugs to you. Stick out your tongue again. I want a crazy screenshot. Coming up, Bjorn, you ready for this? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it especially for you. Business stream, tongue out. Here we go. Hope that's long enough. That is a long tongue, yes I know. Hey to Christina, thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for the like, Vince. I really appreciate the likes and retweets, guys. Feel free to keep those coming if you're enjoying the content. Probably another 10 minutes to go. I just want to focus on the existing best buyers a little bit more. So I worked with an estate agent before. I was in a estate agency for about 9 months to a year. That was when I was finishing up at uni days. So there was an area that they called their best neighborhood. So this is like the best buyer strategy, right? So the best buyer strategy would be like, how are you treating your best customers differently? Like already mentioned what I did for mine, right? So we actually go through, we have a Magento e-commerce website. We go through, we can filter by reports. We look at our best buyers. We find out what areas they are. And then we find out who's buying most. Then we filter the top 100 buyers, best buyers in certain areas. And we also see how those recommendations, those best buyers may be recommending their friends. And we give them incentives for doing that as well. And points. Whoops, almost dropped my, extension lead. Okay, so when I was working in a estate agency, they had a best neighborhood. So I understand you guys all might not have product-based businesses. They had a best neighborhood. So what they would do is this best neighborhood, and it was an area, so there's an area in Gravesend. I don't remember exactly what the neighborhood was called, but there was an area where there's very expensive houses, right? Very expensive houses. And they wouldn't sell often, but even if they sold one property a year, they were around £1 million houses, 800 grand to £1 million houses on a couple of certain streets. And then on that, they would get a nice tidy fee. Fees I've probably forgotten now, it's, a percent or two or something like that. And that would be a big part of their revenue. So focusing on a certain neighborhood, so that's the best neighborhood strategy. So the key is, what are you actually doing? If you have a best neighborhood, if you have a bricks and mortar type business, do you know exactly where your customers are? Okay, do they belong to a certain area? Do they belong to a certain district, to a certain town, to a certain couple of streets? Do they bring the most money, the most moolah in? And if so, then are you focusing on those guys intently? So what we would do, there'd be the obvious mail outs to those best neighborhoods. They'd do flyer drops to them. And not just a one-off thing, it would be regular to create top of mind awareness. So top of mind awareness basically means, so when you think about selling your house, you think, oh, remember that company, right? They put those glossy flyers through. Obviously direct marketing, that's debatable whether you do that. This was probably about 9 years ago, some possibly more effective then. But they would also go knocking door to door. They'll go knocking door to door and speak to them and get to know them and add value to them. Something that most people don't do. What I found as well, while I was streaming the other day, there was an awesome company There's a guy who's the owner of the company, and he was in our area. So I live on an area called St Mary's Island, right? And this guy does he basically does roof repairs. So I'm not sure what the terminology is, but his company basically supply like roofing and roof repairs. Yeah. So while I was doing a business stream, I answered the door and I went to the door, and there's the owner of the company doing a flyer drop, not just putting the flyer through. He said to me, "Hi, I own this company." Showed me the company's name. I've been doing business for 20 years. And he said, he showed me his flyer and he said, "Look, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm the owner of the company." So naturally I had a lot of trust. He realizes he is his biggest asset because he's the grey-haired guy. He's been in business for 20 years, trustworthy, seems to know what he's talking about. And he's actually doing a fly drop himself. I was like, this is crazy. He get a kid to do it for minimum wage. He gets some intern to do it for free. And he went around meeting people, knocking door to door. And then I drilled him and I said, "Why are you doing this? Why are you going around door to door?" He said, "This is my best neighborhood." And this happened, probably, I think Bjorn may have been in the stream. This happened while I was doing a business stream. And he said, "This is my best neighborhood." Then he showed the flyer and he said, "Look," and this was social proof, a form of social proof. And he showed about 3 or 4 different properties. He said, "These guys are people in your local streets around the corner that have had the work done via me and been happy with the work." He had quotes from them. Alf did an amazing job. I'd definitely go back to him and use his services again. And it had the address. So I could literally drive around the corner, have a look at their roofing and be like, although I wouldn't do that, I know nothing about roofing, I'd be like, "Yeah, good roof. Definitely want to use Alf." Right? That was what he did. So he incorporated everything in there. He was the personal guy creating the rapport. So naturally, he was building fans up there. He was throwing his beliefs out there. He was talking about his beliefs, which is a way of creating raving fans. And he was also using testimonials that you could visually see. You could actually go around the corner and find out. And there's that whole keep up with the Joneses philosophy, right? Well, Mr. Jones at number 7's doing it, then damn right I'm going to do it, right? If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. Social proof. People buy from people. People buy from beliefs. So again, just an awesome concept. And I've witnessed that directly of him using the best neighborhood. He said, "This is the best neighborhood. Every time I get business from you guys, I make most money from these people." That's just technically what he was saying. This is his best neighborhood. Bigger houses around here, perhaps, maybe more roof coverage. But what he was saying is this is his best neighborhood. So, awesome concept. Just going back to the questions. Thanks for the retweets, guys. Christina, thanks you so much. Vince likes. Bjorn says awesome. Vince, thanks for the retweet. Lol at the face, Christina, absolutely. Got to do what the people want. Bjorn says raving fans can be achieved by having a... You are completely right, Bjorn, and I'm going to get on that, probably by the end of the year. That's a dig at me because having kept up with keeping my store mobile friendly, which I've been talking about for a long time, Christine's a great point. Got to stay top of mind. Absolutely, top of mind awareness is absolutely essential in business. Don't send out one email marketing shot. Send it regularly. Make it timely. Amanda says you're still here. Amanda, exactly. Yeah, I just really got into the crux of the business talk now. It's a bit chilled earlier as the audience was building. Hanny, my main man. How's it going, Hanny? Nice to have you here, buddy. Thanks for joining the stream. Hanny, have I sent you any supplements yet? If not, I'm going to be doing that very soon. Let me know if I've not sent you supplements, and then I think I'm following you on Twitter. If not, send me a message, or send me a message with your address. And if I'm not, then I'll follow you, and I'm going to hit the follow button and send you some supplements to help you with your studies. So I know you're doing your exams still. I've got some stuff to help you with focus as well. Do a stream on second mover advantage. Yeah, that'll be an interesting topic as well. I could have a bit to say about that. So first mover advantage versus second mover advantage. Definitely could do a stream on that. Happy to talk about that. So just going to finish off, guys, about the best buyers. So best buyer focus. So one thing that we do, send people stuff on their birthdays. We do handwritten letters at Christmas, because time and energy is incurred at Christmas. Actually writing the handwritten letters, time and energy, something I'll never get back. People don't appreciate money, right? Financially, I can easily pay Vistaprint a couple of quid and go send Christmas cards out to everybody and have them do the actual sending as well. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put time and energy and handwrite it, put a personal touch from the founder of the company. People are going to go, wow, this guy's actually, I like this company, they give a shit. They're going to post that on social media, and we've seen that happen as well. And then just a recap, best neighborhood. Have you got a bricks and mortar business? If you have a bricks and mortar business, then perhaps there are certain areas that you can focus on. Perhaps there's a certain street that gives you the most business. Perhaps a certain town, right? Maybe you should focus on them, drill down on them, or give more value to them as well. Or increase your marketing budget on them. If you have a marketing budget which is indiscriminate, that just throws your money out on Facebook dark posts to everybody based everywhere, you're going to waste a lot of money. Google advertising, by doing that, you may waste money as well. But if you drill down into the demographics, potentially, into demographics can mean anything, into the age, into the geography, lots of things that we could talk about. But generally, I think you get the picture. Look at your best neighborhoods as well and how you can market to them specifically and uniquely. Thanks for all the likes and retweets that are coming, guys. Feel free to keep those coming. So Hanny says, no, you haven't. Yes, you are following, and thanks so much. I should be doing a first aid stream on Sunday, so come and join me. Absolutely, I'm definitely going to join that. Just make sure I'm following you on Meerkat as well. No, I'm not. I'm following you on Meerkat now. Absolutely, I will. So yeah, guys, Hanny's one of my awesome contributors, so now I am going to give him something as well. And not just to add business, to do stuff because I want my business to develop, just because I give a crap, right? And that's the most important thing that you can do. Give a crap. Care. Care for people that actually take time to comment on my streams regularly. I care for people that take time to watch my streams regularly. And that's not a business I'm talking about. This is for fun. This is enjoyment, essentially. Obviously, I get business awareness too. But from a business point of view, are you caring? Like I'm talking about Meerkat right now. I love to give out, occasionally freebies to people that regularly visit me and regularly comment. Just because that's the least that I can do, right? Because you're actually taking time out of your day. Time is a commodity that you just can't get back. It's one of those things. So your time and energy to comment and actually take time out of your day to watch me, I completely value. So the least I can do is send you something, right, that may help you or may add value to you in a small way. So I'm going to absolutely do that. And then from a business point of view, your customers are taking time out to put money into your pocket. Give a crap about them. Care, right? Come from here and understand that coming from there will also have a monetary return. Don't have dollar signs in your eyes. Of course, dollars are going to happen, but focusing on transactions is one thing. Focusing on relationships is another thing. So focus on relationships, the money will flow to you in avalanches of abundance. Promise you. So yeah, just a quick tactic, like just a couple of things that I was thinking of. Are there any tactics for gaining Raving fans? Yeah, I mean, is there a community that you can add value to by volunteering? So one thing that we do is we contribute by, there is a company called Vitamins Angels. Vitamins Angels are basically a company that give free vitamins to those that are underprivileged and undernourished. So these are people that actually really need vitamins, right? Because they're not getting enough of the quality food in. So vitamins actually save their life, believe it or not. So we contribute products to them. Obviously, that's great for us as well because it gives us positive marketing, gives us positive branding and PR. For me, it's all about actually doing the act. And actually the act of delivering and giving and contributing, right? Sorry, this song's terrible. I need to get rid of it. It's all about the act of delivering and giving. So giving to Vitamin's Angels. Now, naturally, the world is, in my sense, in my view, perfect by design. When you deliver and you give and you contribute, you get back in return. So goodwill. So me giving vitamins free to Vitamin's Angels to malnourished areas is effectively goodwill, and goodwill comes back to you, right? It's effectively, so I remember there was this video, like a business commentator talking about how he was giving out, he said goodwill. He's basically talking to homeless people, about homeless people, and he said when you give £1 to a homeless person, he said you are purchasing goodwill. He said because you naturally feel better about it and you want to do it more, so then you give another £1 to a homeless person. So then you feel better about it, you want to do it more, and it becomes addictive, and the cycle works perfectly because you contribute, but you get back goodwill. But not only do you get back goodwill from a business sense of view, from a business point of view, you actually will see a monetary return come back to you as well, because it's positive marketing, it's positive PR, and that's the kind of I don't like to think of it that way, but that is a natural side effect of it, yeah? And that's something you need to think about as well. So are you adding value in any way to groups, communities? Do you give, you know, if you have a product-based business, do you help out ex-servicemen or ex-servicewomen? You know, maybe there's something that you can do for those. And obviously, you want to do it because you care, but can you also talk about it? You may feel uncomfortable doing this, and I know some of you have gone a bit quiet, so maybe you feel uncomfortable giving and coming from here, but talking about it. But it's his business, remember that. This is business. So you can give from your heart, but you can also talk about it. It's okay to share and talk about it, because if you do share and talk about it, it also encourages others to give more too. So have to think about that. So just taking the comments, I know you haven't yet seen following so much. Should be doing first aid stream. Thanks so much. It means a lot deep, and it's a pleasure coming and joining you. Absolutely, Hanny. It's a pleasure to offer the content to you guys as well. I'm not sure how well they're doing right now, but basically there was a anti-Facebook march because Facebook basically said they don't want people to use false names. They want people to use their real names now. Some people don't like to be found on Facebook, so they use alternative names. They use nicknames, short names. So Facebook's basically came out and said they wanted people to use only their real names now. Then there was a march and there was a protest against it and against Facebook enforcing this. So Ello stepped in and they paid for transportation to send people to the march against Facebook. Ello's a competitor, or seen as a competitor. Ello came out and said Facebook are not a social media company. They don't do social media. They do advertising. They're an advertising company, right? So Ello came out and said we're a true social media company. They're obviously trying to poach customers from Facebook. So this is I guess like a hacking method. But there was a march against, basically against Facebook, anti-Facebook. Ello stepped in, paid for transportation, and I believe they paid for food and water and some other things to actually feed these people as well, to go to this protest and march. So what do you think they've just done there? They create some raving fans that are going to keep on coming back to them over and over again. So let me know if you're still here, guys. Make sure you say hello. Let me know what you're thinking of these thoughts, because I'm not going to, probably another 5 minutes I'm going to be streaming for. So make sure you jump in and let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've heard that story before. So we give to Vitamin's Angels. We give to Vitamin's Angels to obviously add value to those in malnourished areas, those that, you know, don't have adequate nutrition, those people that may die if they didn't have vitamins. But at the same time, and please hit the follow button if you haven't already. I forgot to mention it today. If you want to know more about business streams, I do business streams, probably can do it about twice a week now. The rest of the time I tend to get deep, and that is my name too, and ask more philosophical related questions and keep the positivity up. So I focus on positivity in business. So, what are you guys doing in terms of adding value to community? So if you add value to community, that's another way of creating raving fans. And hey to Mateus, I just seen Mateus jump in. Mateus is awesome, by the way. Make sure you check out Mateus. He's a junior Red Bull driver. He's quite young, under 19 or 18, I believe. And definitely worth a follow, worth checking out his streams. Very interesting guy. Alright guys, just a recap for you guys. Before we do sign out. Feel free to hit the likes and retweets if you're enjoying the content. Feel free to hit the follow button. So just a recap of what we talked about. So at the beginning, what I said was the Fortune 1000 companies, not 100, 1000. So of the Fortune 1000 companies, 65% of the companies were started during a recession. That's something to note. They were started during a recession and a depression. Really worth thinking about there, because most of the time we think that we're starting a business at a bad time. If it's recession, we think if the economy goes to pot, then it's a bad time. There's no such thing as a bad time, because we've seen it. We've seen Disney created during the depression. We've seen Fortune magazine created during a depression. We've seen Microsoft started during a recession. All these huge companies started during times of hardship. And that's the times they really upped their ante. They saw those times as opportunities. And obviously lots of companies are created during boom times, so it's not down to the time. If your business is struggling, it's down to the tactics and strategy, and down to you as an owner. Take onus, take responsibility, educate yourself. That's what I'm trying to help you with right now about loyal fans. Obviously there's the 1-2% that have circumstances beyond their control. I understand that. I'm talking to majorities here, and I'm sure you guys get that too. Thanks Hanny for the like and retweet. I really appreciate that, my homie. So last 5 minutes. It's quite a bit of energy for this last 5 minutes. Feel free to jump in and ask your questions. So, what I said again, last 5 minutes, just to recap now, how to create raving fans. So deliver more than you promise. Don't deliver exactly what they're expecting. If the customer's expecting a pot of vitamins, give them more than that. Give them some content in the form of a flyer. Give them some facts about their nutrition. Send them a blog post. Add value beyond what they expect, okay? Beyond what they're expecting. How am I going to add value to my customer? Not how can I get the next transaction from this customer. Think of relationships versus transactions. That's the key to note. I'm after relationships. I obviously want transactions as well, but my first and foremost thought and my driver for my business is I want to build a relationship with this customer. I want them to love me, and I want them to love my company as well, as much as I do. And the only way to do that is to obviously note that everything costs money. Gaining your customers costs you a lot of money. It actually is the biggest cost you'll ever encounter in your business, gaining customers. So gaining customers is going to cost you more than any other cost in your business. So my example I used was I was paying £10 for Google advertising. One time I was paying £15 per conversion, and my goods were selling for £10. The world is tough. It's a tough market out there. It's not getting easier. I know a vitamins company just got out of business. Somebody that was 2 years ago doing about 250, 300 grand a year in sales. Now they've just gone out of business because they didn't adapt with the times. I hope they're not watching, so I won't say too much about them. So basically, by going above and beyond, so not just delivering what they expect really well, so you can deliver what they expect really, really well in an outstanding manner. My message to you is that is not enough. Your business is going to die if that's all you're doing. Deliver more than they're expecting, deliver more than you even promised, okay? And you can do that in a variety of methods, through content, through blog posts, through education, through an occasional freebie, through an add-on. So for a small period of time, we're sending key rings. Key rings, just a nice little touch. Something very simple. We're sending key rings out to customers, right? With the good. And it costs dirt cheap. You can bulk buy them. You can brand it. It's free branding for you, but you're just giving them a little something for nothing, okay? And you can actually market it. You can actually put it on your checkout page. Free gift. We were doing that as well. Sometimes we would send out free vitamin C for everyone that bought multivits. That was just something we did for a short time period. And the key was customers didn't know they were getting it. Customers didn't know about it. That's the key, the spontaneity factor of, oh, that's really nice of them. I really appreciate that, right? So even if you have a service-based business, you can do that. That is how you'll create raving fans. I'm not telling you to create a new cost in your business. It's going to cost so much. And feel free to let me know you're listening, guys. I do want to hear from you guys as well, because the only reason why I'm streaming is because you guys interact. So I want to know what you guys are thinking right now. So, the final recap. Deliver more than you promise. Talk about your beliefs regularly. So the recap on that. Beliefs respond to the limbic part of your brain. The limbic part of your brain is responsible for human behaviour and decision making. I'm very passionate about that topic. I can do a whole stream just talking about that, and I may do. So it connects with belief and feelings. And I want you guys to know as well, feel free to comment what you want the next stream to be about. Any topic on business, I want to do it. Definitely going to stream next Wednesday. I may do another one in between that. Hit the follow button if you want to make sure you're going to catch my streams. Let me know what you want the next business stream to be on. And I do work with small businesses. I've created success in my business too. So I want to deliver as much content to you guys as possible. So talking about your beliefs regularly appeals to the limbic part of the brain. The neocortex is all about facts and figures, which is the what and the how. So the why you exist and why you're in business is appealing to the limbic part of the brain. That is what drives purchasing behavior. So if you're always talking about how great you are and how great your product is, you know, my calculator is amazing because, you know, you're able to fit 8 digits at the top and you're able to delete every time you go incorrectly, and it's very sleek and is solar powered, then my message to you is switch it up. If you want loyal raving fans, then you want to appeal to the limbic part. It's talking about the why you're in business, why you created a calculator in the first place, why you're selling calculators, because maybe it was, I don't know, maybe because you believe calculators have changed the world, and through your calculators, you want to educate people and make tough example to do spontaneously, but you get the picture, right? So I'll talk about my business. It's a bit easier to talk about my business. So through my vitamins and supplements, I believe in prevention and cure, and that health is our birthright. And then I talk about my vitamins and supplements. So the why, and then the how and the what. And you try and do that through your marketing methods as well. When you try that and just see how it changes your business. So, and just let you guys know that this is coming from a person that's tried and tested all these things. I've built my business to turn over $1 million right now, sterling, in September. That's what we're forecasted to do. So I'm not just spieling some regurgitated content. Some of it's content that I've obviously read about and got from YouTube. But most of this stuff is stuff that I use regularly in my business. 80 to 90% of what I'm talking about today I use in my business regularly. So, the last couple of points. Innovate, knowing what will make your customers happy tomorrow. So Christine says, I like the spontaneous gift. Absolutely, Christina. It's something that, you know, works for us. It gets social tongue twister, social sharing. So when we send a gift like that, we search on social media and see who's just talked about us, and then we find out that these people that we sent these spontaneous gifts for are talking about it on social media, sharing it with their friends. Maybe it's just 300 friends, maybe we'll get a retweet or two, maybe we'll get a Facebook share or two. But the point is, we've got exposure to people, extra people that have never been our customers, and in addition to that, we've got people into our business. We've got that customer that has not just got the transaction, they've created a bond and a relationship with us. So when we get undercut in price, which we will, and all of you will in business get undercut in price, it's okay, because I've built a bond and a relationship. I've educated my customers on their beliefs, and I've built a bond and relationship, not just a freebie, a bond and relationship. They've got context, they understand who we are, why we do what we do, and why we're human beings and not just a company. Innovate. Know what will make your customers happy tomorrow. Apple do that brilliantly. I've said that already. So how do you want to innovate? What I would suggest is innovate by asking your customers. Let your customers drive the innovation. So hit up the likes and retweets if you're enjoying this content. Let me know below in the comments if you just value what we're talking about today. If you don't say, then I won't know, right? Or if you have got a topic that you want to talk about next time in the business stream, feel free to let me know what it is or tweet me afterwards. So your business must continue to evolve. So I always invest in evolution. I invest in innovation of my business. How do we do that? We tend to ask our customers. We tend to ask our customers how we can add more value to them. So the first thing that we did was a blog that came from the customers. We send out questionnaires, we send out Google Forms, SurveyMonkey, whatever it may be. Use all these mediums to find out, use social media to find out how we can add more value to them. Ask your customers, what can I do for you? When was the last time you asked them that? What can I do for you? And if you get consistency and a pattern built up, guess what? You should be doing that. And that is how you create innovation for your customers, not for your ego. Because most of us are ego driven, right? Most of the time we want to do what feels good to us or what looks good or makes our company look good, right? So don't focus on the ego and drive your company from an ego point of view. Drive your company from the perspective of how can I add more value to you? How can I deliver my heart to you? Thanks, Jeff, for the like and retweet. I really appreciate it. I'm afraid you just caught the catch in the end of my stream. We've covered some really cool content. So that was the key. Innovation driven by the customers, yeah? And Jeff gave me the old emojicon, the prayer emojicon. So our blog was created by customer demand, and our nutritionist endorsements was created by customers asking and saying that, look, it would be great if you had some endorsements so we actually believe in your products. That's one thing that we did. I got my products endorsed by nutritionists, every single product endorsed by a nutritionist. The nutritionist talks and gives us a comment after every single product. And that was one of the best things we did. It was an amazing thing, and it was driven by customer demand. So then, last point I want to focus on again. Hanny says, Jeff, yo man, come and join me on Sunday, do my first stream. Definitely, we're all going to join you, Hanny. So focusing on your existing buyers. So one thing that I said we do, we send them stuff on their birthday, we send them stuff on Christmas, and not just delivering stuff, right? Which anyone can do, a customer can do. What a customer will value most when you've used your commodities that you can't get back, right? Commodities that you cannot get back, your time and your energy. You can get money back. They can give you money back. Money can come from anywhere, but your time and energy are your two most valuable resources. So when I sit there at Christmas and I handwrite 100 Christmas cards to my best top 100 customers, I'm giving them absolute value, and they're going to read that and be like, this guy, this is the founder of the company. He just wrote me a personal card and said, thank you so much for your value custom and being a top customer of ours. Give them a unique discount code, especially for them. What's that going to do? It's going to create a loyal, raving fan. They're going to come back for more and more and more. And guess what? You're just giving them absolute value. So, last point I wanted to say, and I've talked about best neighborhood, and I'm not going to go over that again, so I want to end this stream now. Raving fans, can you get involved in community engagement? So is there an event going on right now that you can add value to? Everyone talked about Facebook. When Facebook said they wanted to change the way they were working and they wanted to have just real names on Facebook. Some people had false names, right? Some people would have acronyms, or they would have short names, nicknames, right? On Facebook. Facebook said they wanted to change that. There was a protest against it. LO have their own social media. LO is they paid for transportation to all of these protesters that wanted to go to the Facebook protest, the anti-Facebook march, and they paid for transportation. Guess what guess what that's done? These are people that feel alienated by Facebook. They feel alienated by Facebook. They're thinking Facebook's not really out for our best interest. They're actually willing to march against it, and then Elo, the smart guys, jump in and say, we're going to pay for you guys to go there, and they're going to build a relationship with them. So they're poaching customers, right? They're poaching customers, but not only are they poaching customers, they're creating the Royal Raving fans. Loyal Raving fans, right? Relationship building, trust building. It's just that story alone just it makes my heart pound, man. That's what I live for, that stuff. And I've done exactly the same thing with Holland and Barrett. On these anti-Holland and Barrett marches, I've been there, and I've been the first person there to jump in and be like, we're Fortis Health, we want to support you, this is what we believe in, right? And talk about our beliefs. And what are your beliefs? Talk about your beliefs. Create I can't bloody say it. Loyal Raving fans. Through talking about your beliefs. The why, not the how and the what. The why. Limbic part of the brain. Driving purchasing behaviour. Absolutely the way forward. So, and I want to end off with a quote, guys. Okay, sorry, I see some comments coming in. Katch, amazing. Oh my god, I like this guy. Thank you, Tim. If you like, hit the like and retweet button. And then also hit the follow button up there. I tend to do a business stream definitely on Wednesdays. I'm scheduling Wednesdays now. It's been a bit sporadic. I'm absolutely doing business streams on Wednesdays now. Maybe another day a week. Jeff said, Deep's the man. Love this guy. Thank you, Jeff. I love you, man. Thank you for the amazing comments. Just read your comments at Perfect Teeth. Perfect Teeth, I definitely recommend doing oil pulling if you want really good teeth naturally. I'm not banging on about my teeth, talking about they're great. You mentioned the comments, so oil pulling. Google it if you want to know what it is. I'm going to be posting an article up on it on our Fortis Health health blog, so I can educate you guys a bit on health oil pulling too. I am London based, absolutely, Tim. I am Kent, London. I'm usually based in Greenwich. I'm at the family home in Kent at the moment. My flat's got a bit of work being done on it, so I'll be back there in around September time. I want to end off with a quote, guys. I'm giving you guys pure content right now. I hope you enjoyed this. Oil pulling is... I'll do a stream on oil pulling. That's what I'll do. Google it for now, and I'll do a stream on oil pulling and tell you how it's changed the health of my teeth. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. Most leaders take strategic risk when times are good. I was arguing that the best of the best innovate even when times are tough. And that is such an important quote for me. Of the Fortune 1000 companies, not 100, Fortune 1000 companies, 65% of them were created during recessions or depressions. Disney, Fortune, the company Fortune, and what was the other company? Microsoft, created during a recession. So have a think about that. If you're worried about the time of starting your business, if you think that you haven't got the resources, that's usually a bullshit story with respect. It's just that you're not resourceful enough. It's never really about the resources. I started a business from scratch with little or nothing financially. There's a guy called Oliver Cookson, somebody I work with occasionally, I speak to. He created a business with £500. He then sold it for £60 million 7 years later. It's not the resources, it's the resourcefulness. How can you become more resourceful? That's the note I want to end with. Thank you so much, guys. I'm going to end the stream now. I have streamed a little longer than I wanted to. What do I do for a living? I own Fortis Health, which is a vitamins and supplements company. I've owned it for 4 years now, started in 2011. Prior to that, I was in the banking industry. So now in the 4th year, we're due to turn over about 1 mil sterling in September. I don't tell you that to boast. I just tell you that just to add a bit of credibility when I'm giving you business tips. So that's me, guys. And my name's Deep, DWP. Feel free to hit the follow button on Fortis Health so you know when I'm streaming. Hit me up on Twitter afterwards. I tend to manage the Twitter account for Fortis Health. Don't manage all the social media accounts. But hit follow and we'll connect further. And I'll see you guys next week, 100% on my business stream. And I'll probably be streaming just for more casual stuff during the week anyway. See you later. Peace, one love, Have a passionate day, guys. Keep it real.